Have you been wondering about the details to the sequel to Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice? Well, me too, but I've been scouring the internet looking for as much information as I can about it. And I found some things. Hello all you wonderful humans out there, I'm Little One You Are, and today we're gonna go over all the available information that's out there for Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. We're gonna piece together what we can, and just see what we can figure out. Okay. So, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 was first announced at the Game Awards back in December 2019. Although, we haven't yet gotten a release date or don't really know a whole lot about the story. Before we dive into what we do know about this game, let's go ahead and just recap the first game, which was Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is a dark fantasy action-adventure game that was developed by Ninja Theory. It focuses on Senua, who is a female-picked warrior who has to make her way through Helheim in order to rescue the soul of her dead lover Dillion from the goddess Hela. Senua suffers from psychosis, but she believes it to be a curse. She's haunted by an entity that's known as the Darkness, hears voices in her head that are known as Furies, and deals with the dark memories of her past. Now let's go ahead and recap what we do know so far about Hellblade 2. We do know that it is set in Iceland. Actually, if you go over to Ninja Theory's YouTube channel, they have a little video diary series called the Dreadnought Diaries, where they're just sharing information about the process of making Hellblade 2. Another thing that we do know is that the game is set in the 9th century. It's interesting from the trailer to try to figure out what exactly is happening, because it could be that Senua is leading an army against the Vikings who ended up invading her village and taking Dillion away from her. Another thing that we know is that Senua is going to be making a journey across Iceland. But again, we're just not sure why, but it's more than likely related to the plot. From a recent episode of the Dreadnought Diaries from Ninja Theory, it looks like the game is also aiming to show how madness and suffering can shape myths, cults, and religion. It'll be really interesting to see if they stick with the same mechanics from the first game, or if they're going to add some more in. Because from the first game, some of the mechanics that they included to help portray psychosis were the voices that were going on in Senua's head, as well as the hallucinations that she was seeing. Of course, it's all speculation at this point, but we can guess. Another thing that we know per the Dreadnought Diaries is that the location of Iceland actually helped to inspire Hellblade 2. Another thing we do know about this game is that it's going to be using the Unreal 5 engine, which is going to be the first game using this engine. And the announcement trailer ended up using in-game footage from that engine. And it looks gorgeous! The last thing that we know for sure is that there isn't a release date yet. However, even though there isn't yet a release date, it is hopeful that they're putting out more information about what they're doing as they're going through and making the game. Since the release of the Xbox Series X and S last year, I'm thinking and hoping that they're going to be releasing Hellblade 2 sometime this year, just to help take advantage of the power of that console. I have been diligently scouring the internet just to see if I can continue to find out more information about Hellblade 2, so make sure that you hit that subscribe button to make sure that you know when a new video comes out. Now, even though there isn't very much official information about the game yet, there was a tweet on Twitter that inspired hope. There was a tweet on January 15th of this year from Melina Juergens, who was the actress that played Senua in the first game and who was playing her again in this next one. And she was wearing what looked to be the same makeup as from the game announcement trailer. Ooh. The caption reads, "For every battle won, a greater battle takes its place," with the hashtags Senua Saga and Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Could she be working on doing motion capture work for the game? We don't know for sure and we can only speculate, but it seems like it's definitely possible. When it was decided that Iceland was going to be the location for Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, the team at Ninja Theory actually did some location scouting in Iceland to help make the environment in-game as real as humanly possible. The team at Ninja Theory ended up scouting over 40 different locations and then narrowed them down to help show Senua's journey. 𝗦𝗢𝗢𝗔𝗟𝗦 went along as well so that she could just get a feel for those locations and help channel that into her character of Senua. They additionally took an audio team out there to capture the sounds and to help mimic them as accurately as possible within the game. If you're at all curious about the ending of the first game of Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, check out my video over here, which is just explaining the ending of the game, as well as going over an extra additional cutscene that you can unlock and explaining that as well. Fun fact, the development team for Senua Saga Hellblade 2 is smaller than that of your typical AAA game. However, with what the development team was able to accomplish with Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, and they only had 20 developers on that game, I'm really excited to see what they can do with this next one. Something that I think is really cool about Ninja Theory is that with the success of Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice in being able to bring the topic of mental health into a game so well and successfully, they ended up starting something called the Insight Project, where artists, scientists, and mental health experts are coming together to tackle mental suffering and help promote well-being. I love and admire how Ninja Theory is wanting to create video game experiences that can help people understand mental health and the importance of it. The project was developed by Ninja Theory in collaboration with Professor Paul Fletcher of the University of Cambridge. And fun fact, Professor Paul Fletcher was who the team actually worked with on the first game. So even though there isn't a whole ton of information that's currently available for Senua Saga Hellblade 2, there are still pieces of information out there that we can piece together. And I, for one, am stoked about it. What are your predictions for Senua Saga Hellblade 2? How stoked are you for this game to come out? Be sure to let me know down in the comments below. Alright, now if you haven't already played Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, you should totally check out my video on all the reasons why you should go be playing it right now. Hope that you all treat yourselves well, and we will see you next time. Bye!